Last week, I gave you a tour of this place that I am quarantining in hotel for 21 days. And in that video, I got some people asking me questions about the price, how to book the hotel. So this video is dedicated for you who is traveling to Hong Kong and wanting to know more information about booking the hotels, what are the things that you need, and also I'll give you more details about what it's like at the airport, and also during the quarantine inside the hotel I'll give you all the details. But you need to make sure that you watch the entire video because it will be in a chronological order, and if you miss it, then you will be missing a part. So you want to watch the entire video. First thing that you will need is you need to make sure that you are the permanent residents of Hong Kong in order to travel here. If you want to travel for leisure, it's not allowed at the moment. And the second thing you need to have is COVID-19 test result, and the result needs to be negative in order to make sure that you can fly. And don't make the mistake like I did, because I just went to a normal local testing area to do the COVID testing, and I got my result and I presented that result at the airport, and they were just looking at me saying, "This is the result you got? You cannot fly." So I had to rebook the entire flight and rebook the entire hotel. And so what I did was I went to Google and typed in the COVID testing for your location. So I live in SF, so I did COVID testing for Hong Kong in SF. So it showed me the website of my doctor's sf.com. so right here, let me record it for you, and then when I clicked here, it gave me all the information about what you need to do and all of these information about the COVID-19 testing right here for travel to China and travel to Hong Kong. So for Hong Kong, just do testing for travel. And yes, you need to pay for this. I paid around $400 for this. Yes, it's not cheap. I paid US $400 for this. And the third thing that you need is the hotel booking for 21 days. You cannot book any hotel. You need to make sure that it is a designated quarantine hotel that government has listed. And for that, you again want to go to Google right here. So you want to type in Hong Kong quarantine hotel, and from that there is a list called list of designated quarantine hotel, and I will also provide the link in the description box below so you can go straight to that link right here. And it's a PDF file, so you will it takes a little longer to load. The internet is not that fast here in this hotel. And these are the number of hotels that's on the list, and it also provides you all the information about the price and how many guests are there. And in order to book the hotel, you need to either go to their straight to their website and see if they have a booking available to the date that you're flying, or also you can email them. They have the email address. They're pretty quick with replying you back. And make sure when you're booking your hotel, you are not booking through a third-party agency like travel agency like Agoda or Priceline. Make sure to do it straight with the hotel, so that way you can talk to them. I did mine with Agoda and it had a horrible time with the customer service back and forth. So I would suggest you again not to repeat the same mistake I did. So book your hotel straight with the hotel itself. And what you need a actual physical copy of all the documentation. So you need to print it out rather than just having it into your computer, because they make sure that they check the hotel name and the days that you are staying in is 21 days, and also they check your flight number on the hotel confirmation and the time that you're landing in. So all of those need to be in the hotel confirmation package that you will be getting from the hotel. And I wanted to tell you that people do get confused because of the two different prices. The prices that you see are based on the number of occupancies in one room. So for me, I am single, I am alone. Oh my goodness, I am one guest, so that it come out to be really different. But I am only one guest, so that way I only had to pay for the single guest occupancy, but I think they will only allow 2 people in one room only if you're traveling together. Let's say if you are traveling as a family and you are 4 people, I think you have to book 2 rooms. No, you cannot live, all of you cannot live in one room. Now that you can check in with the hotel to make sure. The name of the hotel that I am staying in is called Dorset in Chunwon. They have few different locations, but the one that I am staying at is in Chunwon. And if you haven't watched my last video where I give you the tour of this place, you can see that in here right here now, and you can check it out how this place looks like. And let me give you a more detail about the pricing of this hotel. So the hotel pricing is, since I booked the non-suite one, I paid $700. That is Hong Kong dollar, not the US dollar, and that is per day. So times 21, it came out to be Hong Kong dollar $14,700 for 21 days. And all of these things you are responsible to pay by yourself, so it is on you. There is no government support. I mean, it is a little bit, the price is a little bit subsidized than the regular pricing of the hotel, but still it comes out to be expensive for the 21 days. This price also includes 3 meals a day, so you will get a breakfast, lunch and dinner provided by the hotel for this price. Now let's talk about the things that you need to prepare. I would highly recommend you to bring a warm jacket. Even if it's a down jacket, it's even better because it gets really cold in this hotel that I'm staying at. It only has AC, there is no heater, and it really gets cold because the sunlight is, you hardly get a sunlight. There is a building right in front, and this is the west side, it's facing the west side, so the sun doesn't come in and it gets really cold. Even at night, I made sure to ask a blanket from home that you can see. It helped me a lot to stay warm, otherwise I couldn't fall asleep for a few nights. So make sure that you bring in the warm jackets, even to stay inside. Bring some socks and beanie to wear, a cap inside the room. All right, now let's talk about the flight. For the flight, I would say do not lose any of your boarding pass. All those transits, if you go through many transits to come to Hong Kong and they give you the boarding pass for all the flights, keep all of those boarding pass with you because the immigration officer will ask you to show all the boarding flights and where you have transitions, all of those things. So make sure to keep all of them with you. Now the next point right here is inside the plane. So inside the plane, what you have to do is you have to wear the mask the entire time. You cannot take it off. Only you can take it off when you are eating or drinking something, and right after you are done, you were asked to put on the mask right away. So that's the new rule in the plane. And also there is no special meal service. Everybody will get the same meal, everything packed in a plastic, and everything was served cold. So if you are a vegetarian or have food restrictions like lactose free and all that, so you need to make sure that you have something, some snacks, some food of your own, otherwise you will be hungry. And also, you know that when the food is cold and you are up in the air, the pressure gets really awkward in your it gets gassy in your stomach. So I would highly recommend you to get some of the hand warmers that it can be really helpful to put it into your stomach or just warm yourself, because everything is so cold in the plane as well. So just giving you heads up on that. And if you are wondering which airlines I flew, I took Air Canada, and I had transit in Canada for 1.5 hours. And all of those things that I'm telling you would be based on the Air Canada guidelines, but I'm guessing because of the less of a passenger flying, they cannot have a customized meal because it will cost them more, and also for the safety reasons that all of the airlines will have similar kind of rules and guidelines. But it's always good that you are prepared for what you need, right? I would love to show you everything in photos and videos how it was like, but the thing is, it was restricted to take any videos or photos at the airport. So I did not want it to be that person to keep on videoing and taping and go behind the rules and get caught. So I just wanted to give you all the information backed from my memories, whatever I remember, but you will have a fairly good idea of what it's going to look like and what are the steps that you need to follow, so you know everything beforehand. Now you have landed to Hong Kong airport. The process is very long. It almost takes like 6 to 7 hours from you landing to Hong Kong to reach to your hotel. So it's a very long process. Don't think like you will just get out of the flight and just hop onto your bus, or somebody is there waiting for you to receive or pick you up at the airport. This time it's going to be very, very different. So have patience, and I'll go over all of those things that you need to be prepared. Make sure that this is very important, and make sure that when you are coming out of the plane, you check your baggage carousel number, because they will give you that carousel number way ahead right after you land. And make sure you remember that, because later you won't be able to see that carousel baggage numbers. And first thing, once you land, they will ask you to take a train, and that train they will take you to a place where they will ask you to line up and fill out a form. That you need to fill out a form on your mobile, and make sure that when you fill out a form of that form, make sure you take the QR code, screenshot of that QR code, and save it onto your phone. If you don't save it and you lost that, then you have to refill that form again. Once you show them that you have the QR code on your mobile, next thing you want to do is they will ask you to download an app called Stay Home Safe app. Let me see, my phone is over there. Let me show it to you on my phone. Stay Home Safe app right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, Stay Home Safe app. They will ask you to download that, and make sure you don't do anything right now. They will just want to see that you download it, and once you download it, they will ask you to go up the escalator. Yeah, they will ask you to go up the escalator, and then you just go up, and from there, let me see what happens next. Once you go up the escalator, that's when you need to scan your carry-on bag and your baggage, and you go through a scanning section. And once you have been scanned, make sure to take out your laptop. That's what they said. and yeah, that's when I did my scanning, and then from there again you show them your QR code, and after that they will ask you to go up the escalator again for the other processing. So once you go up the escalator, that's where all the main processing begins. First thing they will ask you to show is your hotel documentation, your COVID-19 testing documentation, and then once you are done with the documentation checking, everything looks good, then they will ask you to move to another section where they will ask you for your phone number, and they will check if your phone number is valid or not. I just gave them my US number, and it worked. So I think it's fine. Even though you have the international number, they can call you, and make sure you give them the right number, because they will be contacting you the next day. And once the number is confirmed, and then you will go to another section where there is a staff that will help you to complete the Stay Home Safe app. That thing is done, then you go to another area, and they will give you a tracking device like this one. And in the last video, somebody, I think Storywind, he or she asked me if you can take this out. No, you cannot take this out, because it's clamped like this right here. Let me see, right here. It's basically, you cannot take them out. So you are taking this with you wherever you go while you are taking shower and sleep. So this would be with you. It's very annoying. It's very, very long for me, so I just roll it inside like this. It stays in for a couple of minutes, but it comes out again. But yeah, this will be with you for 21 days. And now after you are done with this, now it's time for you to do the COVID testing. Yes, they will again check the COVID testing there at the airport too, and it's time for the nasal swab, and they will give you the direction how to do it, but make sure they will do it for you. But just wanted to give you a heads up that they go really deep inside your nose and in your mouth, that I had such a teary eyes. I just wanted to give you a heads up of that. But yeah, once you are done, they give you the testing and everything in a plastic bag, and you take it to another area. They take that away from you, and that's when it's going to be a waiting time. And when they take the tasting, oh my goodness, nasal testing, and they will give you a seat number that has a designated seat number assigned, and you have to go find that seat number and sit down there waiting for your result to show up. And this waiting part is takes anywhere from 3 hours to 5 hours, and they will ask you to sit in one area patiently waiting, and don't move around here and there. Just sit on that seat that you are assigned. And they do provide a biscuit and a water bottle. So again, if you need to snack or anything, always make sure to bring your own food or snack just in case you are feeling hungry. And this is when I am telling you that you need a down jacket or warm jacket, because when you are sitting in one place and you are assigned to sit there for 3 to 5 hours and the AC is full on, so you get really cold. I had a very warm shawl with me, or a scarf, and I was wearing jacket. I was wrapped around like I was in Alaska. So, and once your result is out, for me it took me 3 hours to get my result, and after you get your result, they will ask you to leave that space, and my result was negative. I don't know what they will do if your result shows positive, but I hope yours is negative too. And once you get your result, they give you a paperwork and ask you to go down the escalator this time, and this is the place where you insert your Hong Kong ID and come out to claim your baggage area. And remember the reason I said to remember your baggage area carousel number, because by the time you go to reach that area, it's already 4 to 5 hours of your landing, and the baggage claim that's on the board, it doesn't show that number anymore. So make sure to check that when you come right outside of your plane. And when you are going towards your carousel number for the baggage, they will give you 2 swipes to swipe around your wipes, like sanitary wipes, to wipe your luggage and all. And once it's done, you put that in a cart. So, and this time you scroll your cart to the declaration area, and if until and unless that the staff will ask you to declare something or so, you will have to go through a scanning again. If not, then you just walk outside. And this time when you see the airport, it's totally different. It's so silent, there is no one waiting or anything, and still you're not done yet. There's few more steps. So now what you will do is you have to push your luggage, your cart, all the way down to the alley. There will be a sign ask you to go to that direction, so that's where you go, and you will show your hotel confirmation again to that place, so that they will assign you the bus number or the route number. So that's where they will ask you how many luggages you have, and you say this is the many luggages you have, and they will give you a tag that you put it in your luggages, and they will ask you to go to line number 4, 5, or 2, 3, based on the hotel that you have booked. And you just wait in line in that number, and once they will say to follow them, you just follow them, and you take an elevator down. It's a lot of up and down. So elevator down, and they will ask you to put your luggage cart to the side and hop on the bus. And they do all kind of spray, I think it's a sanitary spray, all over the cart, on your lug and on your luggages, and you just sit on the bus, and that bus will provide the free shuttle to your hotel. And you might be wondering if you can get off the bus and go to different direction. You cannot do that, because there will be a staff in the bus to make sure that people are not hopping off of the bus to go to the different direction. We are almost to the hotel, and once you reach the hotel, they will give you, once you provide them all the documentation, you do the signature and all that, they will give you a room number. And in the room, you cannot sit down yet, you cannot relax yet. You need to make sure that you open your stay home safe app, and in that app you need to make sure that you go around in the room, and for, I think it's for 60 seconds to a minute, that it's scanning your area of the room. And once you are done, the app will show you it's done or automatic, I forgot like what was the message, but you will get that. And once you are done, let me see what's the next point. Oh yeah, so the next thing is, now you are quarantining yourself for the next 21 days. And tomorrow morning you will get a call from a government saying that everything is all right. They will ask you to open the Stay Home Safe app, and they will make sure that you repeat a number to them, and they will make sure it's correct. And once everything is confirmed and correct, then they will not bother you. And if you were wondering to go out of this place, go out of this door, then there is a fine of 6 months in prison, and you have to pay Hong Kong dollar $25,000. Yeah, and I wanted to show you the meal, how the hotel meals are provided, but this video is already so long and I still have so many things to tell you about what's inside the room, what things are provided, the service and the food and all those things. But I'll save this for the next video, and I will see you in the next week with more details on the Hong Kong quarantine blog.